everyone, welcome. I'm going to be vlogging my reading week as I am exclusively reading haunted house stories. I'm very excited about this vlog. I have a few audiobooks lined up. I've already started an audiobook for The House at the Bottom of the Lake by Josh Malerman. I'll tell you more about it later. I'm actually going to probably finish it today. So it's just a short audiobook. It's about 4 hours long. It's just a general check-in. I'm liking it a lot. So yeah, join me as I read exclusively haunted house stories for this week. Good morning. It's the following morning and it is another car shot, and do you know why? I feel like my brain is not focused on this vlog. I have had this idea for a little while and I've known I wanted to do that this week. But the problem with planning content is then I've got like other stuff that comes up that I do not foresee. But if I do it on the fly, then, you know, I'm definitely 100% in the mood for it. All that to say, I did finish A House at the Bottom of the Lake by Josh Malerman yesterday, and I loved it, and it is such a poorly rated book. And I read Pearl by Josh Malerman earlier this year, and that was the same situation, so I don't know if, like, people just don't vibe with his writing or his plots or stuff. Like, I get it, it's like not really horror. It was definitely like spooky, but it wasn't horror. And also had a really open-ended ending, and I think a lot of people hate that. I don't mind it. I'm just surprised it has such a low rating, I think. I really hope it finds its readership. I'm going to have a little bit more time to read tonight, and I am thankful for that. I went ahead and picked up The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James, and I have just barely got into that, like just the exposition, maybe like 20 or 30 pages, and I am really liking that. I'll let you know more as I read more. I am thinking of you. I do love you, and I'm just busy. I just feel like I'm running around like a little crazy this week, but it's all good. I'll see you later. Hi, I'm on my lunch break. I'm not really in the mood to read. I'm so annoyed. There's just a lot of good music out, and like I'm kind of back on a Hozier kick because it's fall, and it's just like I'm not, you know, reading. So The Sundown Motel is a dual timeline. It is a young woman who is looking into her aunt's disappearance, who disappeared at the Sundown Motel in the 80s, and she is going and staying in an apartment. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of research and see if she can figure it out. So we're bouncing back and forth between Vivian, who's the girl who goes missing, and her future niece. I really like Vivian's timeline. It's interesting, just the way that it's written and kind of what brought her alone to a new town is interesting. You can almost like feel the dinginess and like the grungy feeling of the motel. She's already there. I'm very like at the beginning. I literally am 11% of the way through this audiobook. It doesn't feel like other haunted house stories that I've read, which are, you know, people for some reason are forced to stay at this spot, but she's choosing to stay there willingly. I think the writing is really good. I'm excited to keep going, but I'm just not in the reading mood. So to get in the reading mood, I'm gonna take my lunch break, and instead of reading my physical read, which is something else, I'm gonna just sit and listen, and I'll let you know how it goes. I have put myself in a situation where now I'm basically gonna have to read an entire book tomorrow. I'm maybe 20% of the way through, and that's on me. I just got distracted by a album review of Brat by Charli XCX, and I missed out on like Brat Summer because it wasn't really my type of music and I didn't get it. And then I was listening to this reviewer talk about it and I was like, wait, I get it. And then I listened to the album on repeat for about, 2 hours. Anyways, tonight I have a little outing. I am going to get drinks with my book club. We meet once a month. It's a very hodgepodge, like people coming together. I was not friends with these people before I met them through the book club, which has actually been a really, really fun way to do a book club. If you are in a book club with your friends or your family, this is just like so different than that. We do it a little differently. We actually do categories, and the person whose month it is picks like a category for you to read from, and then everybody reads different books within the same theme, idea, concept, whatever. So our friend Anna this past month picked for September memoirs, celebrity memoirs, like memoirs, and I read Leslie Effing Jones by the one and only Leslie Effing Jones. And I had an absolute blast with it. So that's the book I'm going to talk about with them tonight and see if I can convince them to read the audiobook, because it was And then our friend Billy is picking October, and she has hinted that like it's a really good one, and I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. So I'll show you my outfit. We're gonna go get some drinks, and yeah, hopefully have a good time.
Yeah. The poster? Yeah, the poster.
Bring out the poster. Our only evidence of our book club existence. Next to the channel room, I'll mind you.
Okay friends, this is Friday's outfit. I have my Halloween-y skirt on with my little ballet flats, my witchy ballet flats. Just my lace black top. Hi beautifuls, and happy Friday. I am done with work and I just got home, and I am thrilled to be done with this work week. I am pleased to report that I have like made a huge amount of progress in the Sundown Motel, and I'm hoping to wrap that up tonight. I have about 10% of the audiobook left, and I am loving it. I know that I have given you so little information about these books during this vlog, but now that it's the weekend, I definitely have a little bit more time to like sit and actually chat about my thoughts and feelings and about the synopsis and the like. But for now, I am going to make myself some avocado toast for dinner and continue on in this audiobook. I'll let you know what I think. Hi, good evening. I have eaten and have read a little like Hermione Draco fanfic, and it got me in the mood to read, so I am 100% going to read a story from Ravens and Roses, which is an anthology that I've been reading, and then I really want to start a new book. But what I'd love to do is to tell you more about the Sundown Motel. So this book has just like proven to be a really cool take on like the haunted house trope. So this is a motel, and it is very like apparent to the reader and to our characters that we're following. Remember, we're following two women who are related and then in different times. It's really apparent to everybody that this place is haunted. This is not one that's like plays with you. Is it haunted? Is there something else going on? No, this is very upfront that it is 100% haunted. There are ghosts that stay here, that mess around with the doors, that mess with the vending machine. She smells certain smells, like cigarette smoke in one room, perfume in another room, like patches of cold. So it's really apparent to everybody that it is actually haunted, and I liked that. Another cool element is that this is a motel, and there's a really, really horrible history that's being uncovered, and that's a huge part of the plot. We've gone into full-on murder mystery mode, girl. I was floored with the plot. I'm thrilled. I was like not expecting such a heavy crime angle. Both women are investigating a disappearance, but like in different timelines. Are these two crimes connected, or is the town just like really got bad like energy and bad stuff happens here, like in Derry, like in It? I don't know. I'm just really thrilled about this book. So I am really close to the end, and we are wrapping up. I don't know if I'll actually finish this tonight. I probably have 30 pages left, but I'm just in the mood to pick up something physically instead of listening to my audiobook and like following along with this. I have to say, both of these books that I've read for this vlog have been extremely successful because they are different takes on like a classic haunted house story. But the next book that I pick up is, I believe, a classic like haunted house tale. Of course, we had The House at the Bottom of the Lake was a haunted house, but it was at the bottom of the lake, and they were like scuba diving, and it was like very relationally heavy. These two teenagers who are like getting to know each other and falling in love and have this like passion and this draw towards this house. And then of course our haunted motel with a dual timeline. So these have been very different books. So I do worry sometimes about doing these themed vlogs that I'll get sick of the theme, and that by the end, the last book that I read, like I'm giving it a lower rating just out of sheer moodiness. But I don't think that's gonna be the case here, so I'm really excited about it. I'm enjoying my Friday evening. I might make some tea later, but I am going to read a story in Ravens and Roses. This is a gothic horror, women-only anthology. Good morning. We are about to actually start moving. It's been a late kind of sleep-in morning. We're gonna try and go get some lunch or something. I didn't do a whole lot of reading last night, honestly. We just started watching Over the Garden Wall because I was just not really in the mood to read. But I did finish one story, which was not that good. Honestly, I think that's the reason why I wasn't in the mood to read. It's because I started reading my first thing and I was like, this is not that good. The story was fine, just the writing was pretty bad, in my opinion. All that to say, we have like very few plans today, so I'm hoping to get some reading in later. But for now, I'm gonna try and find a cute place for Jared and I to go to lunch, and then we need to go to the grocery store. Here is my outfit. I thrifted this skirt. It's one of my favorite freaking skirts ever. And my little vintage little kitten heel with the black toe and mock turtleneck-y thing. This is the vibe. We're losing. Guys, it's been a time. I have done some chores, did a workout, we watched an entire football game. I also finished The Sundown Motel and I went ahead and started my next book, which is The September House. I'm just cruising through my evening. I've got some chores I wanted to do because I'm having company tomorrow. So I'm gonna keep going. I've been listening to The September House. I'm already like 20% of the way in and I'm really happy with it. All of these books have been hits. We haven't had one single flop and I am thrilled about it. I'm gonna do some more chores and clean up. Guys, I adored The Sundown Motel. I'm gonna briefly talk a little bit about that book. The ending wrapped up beautifully. I was right, there was one or two final reveals. I loved the paranormal element that was introduced so early on. I think it worked really well, kept my intrigue high, and then yeah, we were just introduced to this crime that was being solved. I am being as vague as possible about this book because I really, really did like it and would love for other people to read it. Just a super dark crime story with the magical paranormal ghost haunting element. And yeah, really fun take on a haunted house story. Now, The September House. How on earth is it already a hit? I couldn't tell you. We've just been so lucky in this vlog. So The September House is a lot more classic plotline wise. So we're following an older couple, like kid out of the house, and they move into basically the home that they want to die in. Like this is their forever home. So at this time, at the timeline that we are in, she's been in that house for 4 years, and it is told very quickly to the reader that the house is haunted and has been the setting of a lot of deaths, a lot of tragedies, and that there are multiple ghosts. And just the way that she talks about it is hilarious to me. She has just like fully accepted that this house is haunted. She has completely adjusted her life to fit this house and does not want to move. She won't do certain things because it upsets one ghost, and she won't light a fire because it upsets another ghost. And just the way she talks about some of the stuff that she does to mitigate the paranormal activity in her house is so deadpan. I don't want to give a specific example because I, again, really want you guys to read this book. It's so good. But like, if you were to separate yourself and like look at what this woman is doing, that is insane. But like, it makes total sense within the context of, you know, her living in this house. So the plot is all of this paranormal activity is happening, and there is, oh my gosh, what do they call him? He has a name, it's Mr. something, I forget what it is. But he's the entity that's responsible for a lot of this activity. However, in September, Mr. What's-His-Face, he lives in the basement, and they lock the door, they board it up with like Bible pages on the back of it. Like, it is 100%, there's some sort of demon, there's some sort of ghost entity living there. And she's accepted that, and she's okay with living there, which is insane. The problem is recently her husband has decided to disappear. What's been told to the reader is very little. It's obvious to us that our main character, his wife, knows something, and maybe there's a reason that he left. They have a daughter together, and because her dad isn't responding to any texts or calls and is completely MIA, she's really concerned and decides to come to the house. Now, her daughter is 30, she's never visited the house before, and so she's just doing her best to like not let her daughter find out how truly haunted and infested this house is with demonic and paranormal activity. The perspective is perfect for this type of book. I am obsessed with it. The audiobook is so good. And yeah, I've just listened to a lot of it today. Would love to be able to finish this tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to chill out for the rest of the night, and I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. Ooh, that's strong coffee. Guys, it's a beautiful day. It's finally cool enough out here that I can sit outside comfortably. And I do have a reading update for you because I finished The September House. What a freaking book, you guys. I am obsessed with it. The ending was perfectly gory and outlandish. I cannot believe, but yet it makes sense at the same time how far she took it. And yeah, I love it. Oh my gosh. I am considering giving this 5 stars. I'm going to wrap this video up and give you more like in-depth thoughts later this week, and hopefully have this vlog up shortly. But yeah, I just finished The September House. I hate when I promise you more in-depth thoughts. What does that even mean? I'm at the point with this vlog that I liked it. I love September House, and that is all like the in-depth thoughts that I have. This vlog has gone exceptionally. There was not one miss out of the 3 books that I picked. I did pick these books and specifically curate them to have very different tones and different feelings, and I feel like I did a very good job at keeping myself interested, and that is why you need to know thyself. I'm absolutely thrilled with every book here being high stars, so we have 2 4s and a 5. I have officially given The September House 5 stars. There's nothing else that I want from a horror story, from a thriller. It was unique, it was darkly funny, and the ending packed a huge punch. So I really enjoyed doing this themed vlog. It was a great experience. So if you have any other ideas of stuff that I should do, let me know down below. Or what would your haunted house book pick have been for this week? And that's everything I have for this vlog. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe. I would love to have you. And other than that, have a great rest of your day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.